Okay, so I've had a question on how to do the scientific notation homework. So I'm going to do a couple of example problems from the homework that you have. And we'll start with the top section. In top section 1 through 8, you are looking at converting from standard notation into scientific notation. And then on the second 8 problems, you are looking at converting scientific notation back to standard notation. So let's look at problem number 1 on your homework, and that is 52,427. And we're going to take this number that's in standard notation currently, and then we are going to convert it to scientific notation. So the first thing I need to do is I need to rewrite it as a number that's between 1 and 10. And to do that, I'm basically moving the decimal from where it currently is, which there's a little invisible decimal at the end of this, because when we have a whole number with no decimal, the decimal is actually located at the end. And I want to move that decimal to a place that will make this number be between 1 and 10. And to do that, I'm moving it to the place right after the first non-zero decimal, or first non-zero number of the decimal. Okay, so I moved it over to between the 5.2, and so the decimal is between the 5 and the 2 now, and this is 5.2427, and that is a number between 1 and 10. And I want to write this as a power of 10, so I'm going to write 5.2427 and multiply that by a power of 10, and the power of 10 is the number of decimal spaces I moved. I moved 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So I'm going to write it to 10 to the 4th power. And essentially what this is saying is this number now is 5.2427, and if I multiplied that by 10 raised to the exponent of 4 in your calculator, I would get 52,427 as my answer. So I've just taken this number in standard form and converted it to scientific notation here. Another example that we can look at is one that already has a decimal in it. We'll look at number 6, which is 85.96. And you're like, there's already a decimal in it. Why am I going to rewrite it with a decimal to the power of 10? It already looks like it's written kind of like it's that way. No, because I'm actually going to write it as a number between 1 and 10 that's multiplied by a power of 10. And right now, 85 is bigger than 10. It's between 1 and 10. So I'm going to move the decimal over between the 8 and the 5. That now makes this 8.596. And I only moved it 1 space. So I'm going to just say times 10 to the 1st power, or you don't even have to put the 1, because 10 to the 1st power is the same as just multiplying it by 10. So now I have 8.596 times 10 to the 1st power. On the bottom half of the homework, you are actually going the opposite way. You are converting from scientific notation back to standard notation. So on number 9, you've got 8.6 times 10 to the 3rd power. And what that's saying is I've got this written in scientific notation, and to convert it to standard notation, I'm actually going to multiply it by 10 to the 3rd power. And to multiply it by 10 to the 3rd power, you essentially just move the decimal over to the right 3 spaces. 8.6 times 10 to the 3rd power. And remember, 10 to the 3rd power, if you put it in your calculator, is 1,000. So it's saying if I multiply 8.6 times 1,000, I'm going to get 8,600. So my answer is 8,600. And another example we could do is number 11, which is 3.042 times 10 to the 2nd power. And remember, 10 to the 2nd power is just 100. So if you put 3.042 times 100 in your calculator, you would get the answer to this problem, which is moving this over 2 spaces. You would get 304.2. So 3.042 times 10 to the second power is 304.2, and that would be your answer in standard form. Hope this helps a little bit with any questions you had about that. I know it's a little weird watching this on video, not being in the classroom, but do your best, and this is due tomorrow night by 11:59 p.m. If you have any questions, just email me or contact me on Google Classroom with a private message. All right, have a great day, guys. Bye.